Hello, my name is Kristina Jay, and I'm a life purpose, confidence, and happiness life coach. I have a question to ask you today. Have you ever been stuck? Like, really stuck? Stuck describes something that's frozen or fixed in one place and cannot be moved. So, have you ever been stuck? Stuck in an unhealthy relationship, stuck in an abusive cycle, stuck in depression or anxiety and haven't seen the way out? Have you? Well, I know for sure today that I have been there. I was stuck in an unhealthy relationships for many years, and that was not against my will. I was there because I knew nothing better at that time and thought that actually it was quite normal. Nevertheless, throughout the years, everything built up to such extent that I got into the traps of loneliness and hopelessness and depression. I felt not loved, not needed, not appreciated, not valued, not understood. And as a consequence, I have started feeling exhausted, like physically and mentally and emotionally. It was draining. It was horrible. I was surrounded by people that I cared about and I loved, but I felt excruciating loneliness. And I agreed to Robin Williams' quote, who said, I used to think that the worst thing in life was to end up alone, but it is not. The worst thing in life is to end up with people that make you feel alone. Well, due to my emotional and mental state at that time, I started to shut even from the people that I cared and all the world around me in general. I wanted not to be noticed, nor ask how my day was, whether it was at work by my colleagues or my church family members or my friends. I did not want to lie saying that, oh, things are so good. Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing great. Nor I wanted to talk how horrible I felt. And I started feeling socially anxious. I lost my inner peace and my true identity. And the people that cared about me, they started noticing that. And the life started looking not so beautiful anymore around me. I have developed moderate severe depression. That was more situational depression. And I was told by my physician that I should consider taking some antidepressants, or there was another option. I had to cut some of the relationships with toxic people in my life, or I had to remove myself or separate myself from the people that I loved and I cared about, and I need to start working on myself. Well, and I actually chose to separate myself from some of the people and I started working on myself, and I started listening to different counselors and therapists and life coaches and motivational and inspirational speakers. I also read dozens of books about healthy and not healthy relationship and codependency and different abuse and narcissism and emotionally destructive relationships and marriages. And I enrolled into different courses online about life purpose and true happiness. And I got into college and to study life coaching and successfully graduated from it. And slowly but surely, I started healing. And that healing started when the realization came that the cause for my depression and anxiety was unhealthy relationships with people that I surrounded myself with. And when that realization came, I said, well, no, it cannot be like that anymore. I need to let those people know. Uh, that's what it is. And from now on, the thing should be different. Or probably they might need to be out of my life. And I started communicating that. I started setting healthy boundaries. And some of the people really didn't like that because it was not me. That's not the person they know. And nevertheless, I was working on myself and my healing, and I started becoming the better version of myself, and I started getting back my true identity. And I have learned so much throughout the past years, and I have used my time and finished different life coaching courses online about confidence and life purpose and happiness and forgiveness and transformation. I was so all in it. I wanted to know more and more and more, and heal faster, and I'll help others. And I could not spare a day actually without, you know, listening to one or the other life coach or speaker, and doing my different courses online. I could not spend a day without it. I was watching, I was listening, and I was listening on the way to work and back from work, and while cooking and while cleaning, and doing grocery shopping, or having spare hour here or there throughout the day or over the weekend. I just slowly started putting those different things into practice and seeing positive changes without myself. That actually was the best medicine for my depression and anxiety. And that's exciting. I have started my own healing journey, and I have developed a positive attitude and a growing mindset. I have found a purpose in my life, and that it is. I want to share it with you. My life purpose is to help hurting women to get back their power, courage, and confidence without feeling guilty, and embrace their true happiness in finding their unique life's purpose. And I'm zealously seeking to help those women and to be a tool in God's hands. And I have been working in the field of education for the past 15 years, and have been teaching students of different age groups and different grades and different subjects, and still am. And that brings me lots of joy. I love working with kids and being creative and doing all the fun stuff with them. And nevertheless, now I also am so passionate about educating people on healthy relationships. And I'm just starting my career as a life coach. And I know that there are thousands of great life coaches out there. And however, I believe each one of us is unique and special, and therefore could be used in different ways to touch people's hearts and minds. And so I have decided to create this YouTube channel in hopes to help hurting women, well, Christian and non-Christian women, married and single and separated and divorced, widowed women, those who are feeling stuck and who surround themselves with toxic people, who are in a never-ending abusive cycle, and those women who do not see the way out. And I know that there are many young and middle-aged and elderly women out there who live their lives not to their true potential, who lost their true identity, and who are stuck in emotionally, psychologically, verbally, or even physically abusive relationships, and emotionally destructive marriages, and those who surround themselves with toxic people, narcissistic people, and do not see the way out of it. And I am not ashamed to say that, in a sense, I'm a survivor of an abusive relationship. And I was living majority of my life thinking that I needed to always give and rarely ask and always say yes and love and forgive no matter what. Be quiet and submissive. And I have discovered that I have been a giver and forgiver, a fixer, a person with a huge empathy. And these are not bad things, not that these things describe me as a bad person, but I also discovered that I was a people pleaser. And I have had a codependency issues, meaning I placed a lower priority on my own needs while being excessively preoccupied with the needs of others. And I did not know how to set healthy boundaries. Not really. I didn't know how to communicate in an assertive way and how to bravely stand up for myself and how to courageously protect myself from emotional abuse, how to love and value myself. Well, I didn't know that because simply I have had no knowledge and I have not been taught about those things. My parents rarely spoke about such things as like healthy, not healthy relationship or any forms of abuse, and not too much was said while I was studying at school or high school, or and even now pretty much the same. Schools are not teaching about healthy, not healthy relationships and abuse and all that, just a little bit nibbles here and there. So no wonder if we are not being taught, we just go through this life trying to live as we think it's normal. And we try to live the norms of others or the limiting beliefs our society proposes, and that's about it. Well, every woman, or actually every man too, just longs for love and understanding and belonging. But when we are not getting that, we are losing ourselves and we start blaming ourselves for not even being worthy to be loved. We lose our self-worth and we shut down from the world. We lose interest in our hobbies, in people around us, and even ourselves. And that is the open gate for depression to sneak in. Then we just drag through life and we still fulfill the duties of a good mom and a wife and a daughter and a sister and an employee, a church member, a friend. But like deep inside, we suffer a great deal. And there are days when we just want to end the suffering. Well, good news is we are all able to find the way out of that. We are able to restore the true image of God's daughters in ourselves, and we can bravely stand up for ourselves and set those healthy boundaries, get out of an abusive cycle, detach from toxic people, restore the power within, and embrace the true happiness in finding unique life's purpose. Oh, that sounds so good. And can that be true? Well, yes, it can. I am a live example of that transformation in my life, and I want to help hurting women with all my heart because I know you are beautiful inside out. You are worth nothing less but respect and love in your relationship, whether it is a relationship with your spouse or your children, your parents or your extended family members, your friends, your classmates, your teachers, your boss, your co-workers. Ladies, you can learn how to communicate assertively, how to set those healthy boundaries, and how to stick to them, and how to love yourself, and how to get back your power and courage, and just simply be happy and live the life of your dreams. That is so exciting. And I'm really happy that you will be joining me in this transformational journey to healthier and better relationship. And I plan to post a video weekly on this YouTube channel that I have created for your and mine personal growth and improvement. And I believe that few of the most beautiful things in life is the ability to learn and improve continuously, to know yourself, to self-parent yourself, and in the process transform into the better version of yourself. In my weekly life coaching videos, I plan to share with you some knowledge about the following things, like healthy versus not healthy relationship and communication styles, and relationship between spouses, and different forms of abuse like emotional and psychological, verbal and sexual and financial, spiritual, narcissistic abuse, limiting and disempowering beliefs, and the gift of forgiveness and the gift of confidence, and ways to find your true happiness and life's purpose. And way more different topics that will help you heal and find yourself in you, that will help you feel free and not judged, and happy and confident, loving and trusting yourself, who have risen from their own pain, sadness, and anxiety, and will be able to help those who are being abused in any shape or form or are stuck in an unhealthy relationship. Will be able to help those around them and will shine their kindness, goodness, and inner harmony. If today you are going through the rough period in your life and cannot comprehend why all this had to happen to you, why you have to cry so much, why you are left not understood, why you are not acknowledged by the closest people to your heart, try to remember this quote: in every trial, difficulty, there is a purpose which we cannot see. Looking forward to our next meeting, and I believe that this channel will be useful in your spiritual, emotional, and psychological growth. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.